Hi, I'm Jim Higgins, and I was asked to give a little presentation on the LogSavers, LogSavers, and how I came up with the idea a long time back. I was buying veneer logs and installing a bunch of steel S-irons into a bunch of logs that just been bought, and swinging the axe to the back of my hand, the flat part of the axe. I ended up hitting my finger and dislocating it. On the drive home, thought there had to be a better way to do it. Packed my finger into ice and drove home, and next day started working on the first plastic LogSavers. The initial idea was to have an application hammer, something you could insert into a hammer, install it into a log, and not have to swing at the back of your hand, so you just didn't dislocate your fingers or cut yourself. It became evident that steel wouldn't work because my first attempts were I'd drive it too flush, and since it's steel it has to be removed from the log before it's processed. So I went with plastic, worked with several different designs, found a plastics engineer in Warren, Pennsylvania named John Nemkowski, who helped me out tremendously in finding the right type of plastic. Worked with several different types of designs on how to mount it. Our first initial design was a series of pegs to index the LogSaver onto the hammer. Through my association with UC Coatings, came up with a new design for the circular hole in the middle so you can index it on the hammer. Some of the other things that ended up being additions to the design with steel S-irons. You don't damage any of your equipment. You can process the log with the plastic in it. The other thing, as we started to sell them and they got to the customers, especially the importers in Europe and Asia, were looking at it and they weren't getting metal stain in the logs. They preferred the plastic over the steel greatly because of that. Still, the main application was the safety factor. And that's basically it. That's the story.